Alright, so we've made it to Hue. I'm here by myself. This is the room. It's a very long but a boring room. I've got a little desk set up. Hopefully we can get on with some work soon. Head out into the balcony. If you can hear that shouting, you may think it's middle of the day, I don't know, afternoon perhaps. 8 in the morning. I literally got woken up at like 7:30, or like 7, by that shouting. And I wake up early anyway these days, but bit excessive, but Vietnam don't care. So, today we're going to explore the Citadel, the ancient city of Hue, which was the old capital city, the imperial capital city of Vietnam, back in the day. So let's have a look, and we'll see you en route. Well, welcome to Hue. This is day 2 of 4 that I'm spending here. So the old city is over there. It's a walled city. Quiet place. I mean, it is nearly 9 o'clock, but this is mental busy. Beautiful though. Yeah, crazy busy. Alright, so this is the wall of the ancient city, which is Hue. Still got 2 cannons up there, and a massive Vietnamese flag. Awesome. Alright, so this place was built in the 19th century, early 1800s. It was for the queens of the time, I believe. And then during the 2 wars, so the American and the French, it got bombed heavily. It was very heavily damaged, but they said they're slowly restoring it. It looks rather nice. I love a walled city. Exeter is a walled city. Lucca, like the city of Lucca. And Hue. Awesome. Check out that. Another popular theme is bells and drums. So we've got a drum on that side, and a bell just there. So we've noticed them in quite a few different pagodas. I love going off the beaten track. You see loads of cool things. There's literally no tourists here. You saw how many tourists there were earlier. So, very nice gardens. Although I would prefer to have less dirt paths, if it were me, but never mind, I'll let them off. The ancient kings of Vietnam. Look at this old ruin. There's a bamboo bridge over there. No idea what this was. I guess it was like a little blockage point to get over here, maybe. Cool. Well and truly off the beaten track. Well, not anymore. Now I'm on the track, but cool. Alright, so this was a little relaxation area that was built by the kings. I mean, the exterior on the top is awesome. So it's basically like a little library. Alright, so we're going to walk through the gates. Lots of French people here. Very popular for the French. Oh, jump down. Look at that. That is what you call a palace. Oh. Awesome. So this is what you call a palace. Awesome. Let's check it out. So I guess this was a little meeting room, and over there was the English porcelain from the 19th century. That's the French, that's the king and the queen, the last king and the queen that they had. Nice. All right, so in 1945, there was a king named Bao Day, I believe. He got appointed king when he was 19 years old. I'm 19. And yeah, in 1945 he abdicated the throne, and then that was the end of Vietnamese feudalism. So since then, they haven't had royalty. He got, I guess, like apprehended, or there were 50,000 Hui people in the streets calling for him to leave. So he abdicated, and since then, no royalty for the Vietnamese. And Emperor / King Bao Day, who's obviously lived in there, he loved the European culture. So he had a tennis court built, he had 3 tennis courts built, and he almost like founded a new type of architecture. So he was mixing the European architecture with the Vietnamese architecture, or like Far Eastern architecture, which had never been done before, resulting in some pretty cool buildings. I do think it's crazy how the common people can just walk around these grounds. But like 100 years ago, it was like strictly for the emperors and the kings of the country. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a common person, sure they'd let me, but anyone and everyone can just pay a few quid and just walk around some anciently incredible grounds. This is cool. Need to come here before my next fancy dress party. Awesome. So day 2 in Hue, and we're at a rather nice spot. A little motorcycle ride this morning in a typical hectic city of Hue. Absolutely packed. We're in a pagoda. This one's pretty old, as you can see. So let's go and have an explore. So I think a general rule of thumb for Hue is if you like cool old buildings and gardens, then you should definitely come here, because that's all it is, but it's very nice. So I'm off the beaten track again, and through this fence you can see a graveyard, Vietnamese graveyard. It's barbed wire, I don't really know why, but nice. Look what I found, another turtle stele by the pagoda. Who was watching the Hanoi vlog, because you'd know all about these if you were, so check it out if you haven't already. Okay, welcome. This is K Din Emperor. This is mausoleum. This is the entrance. We're going to check it out. So he was the 12th emperor of the Nguyen dynasty. He reigned for 9 years between 1916 and 1925. And he's been buried here. It took 11 years to build all of this, and it's a mixture of European and Vietnamese architecture. So we're going to check it out and have a look. Alright, so this place has got 127 steps. And like I said, it took 11 years to finish, meaning it was finished in 1931. So what's that, like 95 years old? This is the type of grave that I'd like when I die. It's pretty impressive. Could be one cool emperor to have something like this built. Oh, so here he is, Emperor Kai Din. If you want to check out that room. He was only 40 when he died. It wasn't very old. Oh, wow. He said he had the most skilled tradesmen and architects who helped build this after he died. Which I can definitely believe. Whoa. So that is solid bronze. And they started building it in 1922. And he died in 1925, so he was already under construction whilst he was alive. This is so good. Pork and lemongrass, and then egg and noodles. Alright, so we're in an abandoned water park. I don't actually know what this is, but it's pretty cool. I'm fucking sick. Back here. There's something really cool coming up. Might give you a sneak peek. I can't give you a sneak peek, you can't see it. There's something really cool. I don't mind paying £1. Look at this is sick. It's like an old lazy river. Or a new lazy river. I'm joking. So I'm in an abandoned water park. This is awesome. Well, you can't really test it out. It's probably pretty full through, but cool. What the hell is that? Yo, lizard! Lizard! Whew. 2 showers.
Yeah, the military came with like motorbikes and looked up and up, and we were like, oh fuck, what's going on?
This is awesome. Lazy river, anyone? Literally got fish in it. This is off the beaten track. Off the beaten track. What a cool abandoned building. Not really much to see, but I don't know what it is, but it's not universally accepted among human beings that abandoned buildings are cool. Would you have a look at this? Someone on a casual bike ride. That is sick. Alright, let's check this place out. This is cool. Safe to say I'm enjoying the abandoned building. If you've ever wondered what a dragon head, an abandoned dragon head in the middle of an abandoned water park looks like, let me show you around. So that's the dragon head up there. Alright, let's walk up. Alright, so we're in the dragon mouth. We've met some Vietnamese youths. Awesome. Alright, let's get a cool photo.
Hello.
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 Hello. Awesome. Alright, let's actually look at the views of this place. Now the utes have left. There's like the talons and stuff there. Massive lake. These are the teeth. I'm guessing this was like some water shooting thing. Down there. This is kind of high, sketchy as hell. And then view from this side. This is like a big ball, and then like a dragon on the dome thing. This is really weird. So that's glass, as you can see. Like, it's definitely glass. That's water. So, I mean, I don't have a clue what this is. I guess this was like some cool structure before it broke. I mean, was this like a little aquarium thing, maybe? Or just like water for a water park? I don't think a water park, like a slide or anything, would be there. Not sure.
No, 3 hours, 20 minutes. trying to say it takes 4 to 5 hours.
It's crazy. The Vietnamese used to fight in there. Used to stand in there looking out for, I'm guessing, the Americans to come up and down the river. That was just a nice, peaceful spot, but crazy what you think actually used to happen here. Alright, how's this for a view? Awesome. So I'm guessing, I don't actually know, but I'm guessing Vietnamese use this area to look down the river towards enemy ships coming up the Perfume River, it's called, funnily enough. So I'm guessing the like barracks and things were to look down there. That's towards the sea. It's not very far. And then there were also graves and things, and you can also see the graves in the forest. And then look, just like this area here, that's all graves as well. And then you see the yellow arches that way. That's Hue, the city, H-U-E. That's the city I've been staying in. Nice.